Hello and welcome to another episode of In the Studio. Today we're going a little bit retro with a brilliant neon card made by the lovely Sheila Halliwell. Hi Sheila, welcome along.
Thank you.
We've got a beautiful neon card today, which makes me a little bit reminiscent of the 80s.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, when all those bright colours were in fashion, as they are now, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so this is the new neon collection, which we're going to be using today, along with some of our chalkboard and some of the beautiful ribbons as well.
Fantastic. Right, let's get started. What's first?
Okay, so first of all, I've taken an 8x8 card blank, and I'm going to cover it in green. You'll see with the original card, it's actually cut on an angle, so we're going to decorate it first and then cut it once we've decorated it. So first of all, we'll pop some glue onto the card. I'm going to go all around the edge and then just into the middle as well, and then we'll trim off the excess that we don't need on there. And we just put that onto the edge, make sure it's lined up all the way around. Give a firm press. And this is pretty much like mirror card in a way, in that if you rub over it too much, you can kind of scratch the surface of it. So you just have to be quite gentle with it. Right, so the next thing I've done is I've taken a strip of black card. Again, it's the same size as the card, more or less. And we have measured it to about 6.5, 7 centimetres. And what I'm going to do is take my screw hole punch and I'm going to punch some random holes in here. So we do 3 or 4 little pushes.
Fantastic.
And then we're going to glue this on into place. And then we'll line this up with the bottom of the card and just press that down. And we can trim off any little excess bits. So to create this kind of geometric design in the background, I've cut some triangles from the other colours of the card. So what I want to create is a kind of triangular pattern going along. So I've cut my triangles like this. Okay. And we're going to place them like that.
Okay, so just leaving a little gap in between.
Yes. And then what we can do, we can trim off any excess. So I'm doing yellow, orange, pink, yellow, orange, pink. And then we'll grab another yellow one. Now you can look at it, and if you want to make it so that the edges are straight, then you can do that so that your gaps in between are more even.
Okay.
So with this one here, the orange one, I want to trim this little section off the bottom so I make it more straight, so that when I sit it in there, I have a more even gap.
See.
So tacky glue right up to the top. And what we are going to do, we're going to cut along here so we have the angled section, and then down here. So we might not actually need this piece to go on the edge there. So we'll just leave that for a minute while we decide. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll let those dry, and then we'll cut the section off the top and the side.
Okay.
In the meantime, we'll do the little embellishment section in the middle. So for this, we're going to use, again, some black and some of the bright colours.
Lovely.
And we're also going to use some of our chalkboard stickers as well, which again bring that black in and
Fantastic.
kind of
I love those. I think they're really good.
Okay, so I've already cut these to size, and the measurements and everything will be on the website, obviously, so people can get the correct measurements.
And that's along with a list of everything that Sheila's used today, so if you want to recreate her project, you can easily do that.
Yeah. So put the yellow onto here, and then we take the chalkboard sticker. So we're going to take the round one. I love these chalkboard stickers because if you stick them onto your project and then you find it's not in the right place, you can actually just take them off again and reposition them. They're really, really good, and you can sometimes get little air bubbles and you can just rub those away.
That smoothed that really well, didn't it?
Yeah. Okay. And what I'm going to do is make it so that these little sections go at the side.
Okay.
Because I want to slightly overlap those, one with a ribbon bow and one with a little greeting card.
Ah, I think.
Okay. So we're going to use an orange bow on here because we've got ribbons and pre-tied bows in this neon collection as well, which are all beautiful.
Oh, that's good.
So what we'll do is just put some tacky glue on there, sit that just inside, like that.
Very
and
nice.
Then we're going to mount this sticker onto the orange and the pink. So we'll put the pink strip on top of the orange. Now, with the chalk sticker here, you'll see that it's got like a little end section on.
Okay.
Like the swirly one. So I'm going to cut those off, like that. And like that too.
Okay.
So we just have the rectangle. And then this will sit slightly over the top of the square. So what I'm going to do is put double-sided foam tape here, and then I'm going to do a little piece of tape at this end, so that will sit flat onto there. And then when we put them on the card, that will just sit, because these are already on pads as well.
I've got you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a great tip.
So I'll pop that to one side for a minute, and now we're going to grab the guillotine, and hopefully we can trim off the edge of here now, because the triangles should be dry. So to do the angle, what we're going to do is just place the corner of the card at the edge of where the blade will cut, and then it's up to you how deep you want the angle to be.
Okay.
So you can, if you wanted just a slight angle, if you want a really sharp angle, you can do that. I'm going to go with my line here. The black card's actually lining up with the 9.
Okay.
Now, because we're going through quite a lot of card here, so you might have to just push quite hard on your guillotine, and it will go through like that.
It's quite a sturdy card.
Yes,
Each layer is quite sturdy, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And then we're going to cut off this edge here.
Lovely.
Okay. So again, this time we're going to go from the corner here, and we're going to go down this way. Now what we can do is we can look at the line here, and we can follow the line of the last triangle that we put on there.
Oh, yeah.
The other thing to watch as well is that you don't actually cut halfway through a hole.
Oh, yeah.
So I can see here that we're probably going to go along there, so it should be
good.
okay. So now the next thing to do is to stick on our square. Okay, and the ribbon as well, we mustn't forget our ribbon. So again, a piece of double-sided tape across the middle section, so you can go just above the black. And to stop it fraying, you can always add a little line of tacky glue along the edge there. Okay, so we place that right onto the black line. So we know it's nice and straight, so it actually sits on the top of the line. And then we can trim off these bits. Right, so now we can stick our little greeting section on here, and we're just going to slightly let it overlap the ribbon.
Okay. Very nice.
And then we can add our second panel that we did. And again, we're going to slightly cover this up, but we'll keep this straight.
Okay.
Or straighter than what we've got this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Very nice.
Okay. And then we want to add some of the little stones.
These are fantastic, aren't they?
These are beautiful.
They've got a little shimmery.
They have,
quality,
yeah.
haven't
They've got like a
they?
shimmery like glaze on there. They're beautiful. So we put one in each corner of the square, the green square that is. And I'll just move that up a little bit. And then what we're also going to do as well, we're going to scatter some in between the green stones. So it means we've got a bit of texture because we can feel that this goes in, and then we can feel that these are raised. And we're just going to put these on in no particular order. And then the last thing we want to do is to put a greeting on. Now, because we're trying to make it into a kind of cool, funky, retro card, we're going to just put a little slogan on there. So rather than happy birthday or get well soon, we're going to do some letters and just spell out you rock.
Good stuff.
Okay. So we've taken the Alpha Minis, the foam sticky letters. What we're going to do is take one of the neon pigment ink pads.
Lovely.
We're going to go with the green because I put green on the background. What I'm going to do is coat these in the green ink. And don't worry about it getting all over your mat and your hands because it's water-based, so it easily just wipes away with a wipe or a cloth. And there we go.
Very good.
And that's our completed card.
Brilliant. That's fantastic. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you for showing us that project.
Thank you.
If you've enjoyed Sheila's project, why not pop over to docrafts.com and leave us a comment. You can also find the list of everything she used to make her project, so you can make your own too. You can also upload your own makes there as well. If you're after more inspiration, why not like our Facebook page? There's loads to be found there, including giveaways and free downloads too. Until next time, happy crafting.